I have the pleasure of introducing and talking with Liz McCartney today. And if we've got a pioneer at St. Simon's Episcopal Church, it's you. So tell us how you became a pioneer. Tell us about how we even got to this land we're sitting on.
Okay. Well, when we moved here from Pastorstan, Mississippi, my grandmother had become, Liza Jackson, had become interested in the Episcopal Church, probably due to Francis Harbison, where they held the first church is in there.
And Frances Harbison was related to Liza Jackson. How?
It was her. Well, she was married to Uncle Bill. You have to think about it.
This is going to get complicated.
It is, but anyway, it was Bill and Frances Harbison. And
Bill and Frances Harbison were hosting the Episcopalian gatherings here in the Fort Walton Beach area. And when Liza Jackson, Liz's grandmother, moved here, she wanted to join them.
Well, she did. She was already here. And, but then I think Frances got her interested in the Episcopal Church. She was from Virginia, and the Anglican Church up there is quite prevalent in Virginia. So anyway, when we moved here from Mississippi, I was probably 11, and I attended the church at the school board building with my mother and everybody.
So what we locals would know is the Okaloosa County School District building on Lowry Place.
That's it.
That's where you went to church.
That's where we went.
And it was the Episcopal Church?
It was the Episcopal Church, and it was held in the auditorium there. So, and I can remember how cold it was in there. You know, they had heaters, you know, kind of steam heat like radiators, okay? But that part of it was quite large. And my little mother's, that's what I call her, little mother, that's Liza. She had a good friend, Vera Woodward. And Vera played the piano. And my sister Joanne and I sang. We were called the Whispering Duet at that time. And so that is how it all began that way. And then we, of course, came, and the Reverend Diffenbaugh was here. Lord, he was handsome. We all loved him. And you know, I was right at that age where you just go like that. And so we formed the Young People Service League, known as the YPSL. And so a group of us would meet on Sunday night.
And you were teenagers?
I was probably 12 or 13 at that time. And one of the guys in there, Bill Arnett, whom I think most of them are dead. I have a picture that I could relate to. But he had an old jalopy, okay, with a rumble seat. So during the meetings, sometimes we would all sneak out and get in there. But this was our fun time. We had the best time.
And that's how Episcopalian teenagers got a bad name. But that was having fun. Let me ask you how you went from being a teenager, and fast forward, I'm going to come back another time and fill in some of the gaps. But I'm really interested in how we ended up moving from Lowry Place to the grounds where we are in Santa Rosa Sound.
Okay, well, the grounds were given by my grandmother, Liza, and they had gotten together, you know, and decided they would build the church here, which was done. And I remember being when they laid the cornerstone. And
how old were you then?
I think I was like 13.
When they laid the cornerstone of the church that we're in now?
Yeah.
Was anyone else here that you know of now that's a member of St. Simon's, or are you one of the sole survivors?
Well, I seem to be. I'm the sole survivor of my family, really. And I have names of all the people that I could name in that picture.
Okay.
And there were some in there that could still be alive, but I'm kind of not sure. I'd have to look at their names.
Well, thank you for taking us on this little tour of history. I think on the next visit that we have together, we ought to go hunt for that cornerstone and that picture.
Yeah.
Thank you, Liz, so much for sharing this history with us.
Well, it's kind of...
We're going to come back for part 2.
I wish I could tell you more.
You will.
And speak better.
You're perfect. You're just what we need. Thank you so much, Liz.
Well, Michelle, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You are such a joy to be
I
around.
love getting
And-
to hear these stories.
That you are, and you've done so much for the church.
Thanks, Liz.
And
See you
I'm-
next time.